That's the one thing I'll say. Even the more uninteresting fetch quest-esque stuff hasn't really overstayed its welcome,
Yes.
other than the welcome of it showing up at all.
Right. I would prefer fetch quests that are brief.
She must trust you.
Like they know they're kind of fetch
Look
questy.
for one of your colleagues, a woman by the name of Tatienne.
Versus the ones that go on
still
for like
missing
20
then.
years.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if only I'd comforted her.
You saw her before she disappeared.
The day before, she was in tears. She'd lost her comb, a gift from the dame. It wasn't anything fancy, but you could tell it meant the world to her. You
I'm gonna
see,
grab my water.
Tatienne was an orphan,
Okay.
and she looked upon the dame as a mother, as do we all.
So she was upset.
And I didn't lend her my shoulder. But perhaps someone else did. Tatienne shared a room. Her chambermaid may have seen something. She's over there, sitting by the pond.
Thank you.
Chambermates. We really should
Let's
call
see
it
what our
roommates.
chambermaid can tell us then.
Chambermates. It's a better word. Hello, ma'am.
So you're the new escort the girls have been talking about. And you've already been sent off on an errand, eh? Poor boy. You'll be knackered before the real work begins later on tonight.
I'm told you share a bedchamber with Tatienne. Did she say anything to you before?
Before she went missing. Only that she needed to meet with someone. She did mention a name, but I know exactly who she meant.
You do?
Lad from the garrison. Annoying little shit. Spent every guil he earned on Tatienne, and picked fights with anyone else who tried to buy her time. Followed her around like a lost puppy. Tatienne was flattered at first, but it didn't take long for her to get scared. She thought about saying something. But the dame was so proud of her for how much she was bringing in, and she didn't want to let her down.
This man from the garrison. Did you ever see him?
Of course I did. He tried to sneak into our room enough times. Slimy sod's got a scar over one eye. Claims he got it in battle.
You've been very helpful.
Don't let him get away with this. Find him, and you'll find her.
A man from the garrison. Seems a trip to the barracks is in order.
Well then, I suppose you...
This quest was good.
Yes.
It's a main quest, but still.
Mm-hmm.
It's a side main quest.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I said.
I'm just like, okay.
Heard the bones fell favourable.
Hello.
I'm looking for a man with a scar over his eye.
Looking for a man? Does this look like a brothel branded? Fuck off.
Yay!
I want you to tell me. He wears the dame's brooch.
Oh, fuck.
One word
God damn it.
will be barred to us for good. There's only one man in the garrison with a dodgy eye. His name's Yannick. I haven't seen him around lately, though.
Also terrible name.
On account of him
True.
being in Moor. Yannick left a few days back. Said he had dealings with a merchant there.
The dame thanks you.
I don't, though.
Somewhat
Where's
sarcastic.
the last village on the road to Oriflamme? I should let Isabel know where I'm headed.
I have news. You did make a good point that we talked to people that she could have talked to, but
Yeah. The first two at the very least.
the first two at the very
Clive,
least.
tell me you bear good tidings.
That
Well,
remains to be seen.
you know, I mentioned I'm not good at finding people. So far, everyone I've tried to find is dead or just very elusive, like a bloody eel. So, not good.
Oh, Tatienne, you could have told me.
This Yannick. The soldiers I spoke to believe he's in the village of Moor. According to them, he claimed to have some business with a merchant there. Though that wouldn't explain his continued absence.
And you plan on traveling to Moor to ascertain the truth?
Isn't that what you want?
Oh, it is, but I fear sending you there may cause more harm than good. The people of Moor are rather set in their ways. You'll find they have little love for bearers, and they will not hesitate to report one such as you to the constabulary. There is a man in Moor who owes me a favor, more than one in fact. His name is Bertrand, and he works at the stables. Tell him I sent you.
I shall return as soon as I find something.
Okay. Off we go to adventure.
Oh, sorry, Torgal.
Shove your dog.
Oh, I'm so sorry, sweet boy. I didn't mean it.
When did you get so big?
Oh, he's so cute. Our dog is the best. Okay, onward we go. Rude. I'm leaving anyway. You should be happy. And now we have this really nice field with this giant crystal.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the palace is quite large too. But, like, the crystal is insane.
I like how the
And-
castle was sort of built to mirror the shape of the mother crystal.
Yeah.
It also extends up.
Oh, that's really cool.
We don't really need to
Yes.
explore this area because we're going to be coming back to it for 2 side quests.
Yes.
How many
I
bearers suffer to keep your granaries full?
really like the blue chocobo. I don't know why there's only brown and blue. But I really like the blue and green one. Whoops. Parkour! Okay, so we're going to head straight there. Because we're going to come back later.
That's enough for today, Branded.
Rude. But I will pick up shinies on the way.
Sure.
I mean, there's one like right here. I have to. Okay, but I see it.
That's enough dallying, you.
I see
The lot of you. There's still
one of the 2 side quests that's worth doing.
you.
Yep,
Branded.
we'll let these rock.
Now.
All right, here we go. With Benoit. Benoit?
Benoit.
Benoit!
Benoit Blanc?
You're late. What kept you?
Chris Benoit?
Wait for what?
Did they tell you nothing? A wild beast is savaging my boy. Well, don't just stand there gawping. Rescue him.
My boy.
All right. Where is he?
My, I see they've sent me a Branded with a spine for a change. He's over that way, towards the coast. Go, and see that you kill the beast.
Okay. Seems pretty clear.
You told me what to do.
Help my son.
Also, like, why the hell, if your son is in danger, why are you just, like, standing here?
He's not going to dirty his hands. He's a fucking aristocrat.
I mean, true. Look at those that striped tunic. You look stupid.
Your son's in mortal danger.
Yes,
He didn't seem all that worried.
it is true.
Something's not right here. I need to be careful.
Give the wide grip.
It's going to eat me.
Not if I can help it.
I hate wolves and I hate Torgal.
Stay back. I'll deal with this.
I will kill this wolf excessively. Wee.
Alright, well, basically like a 100-hit combo. Wolf didn't know what hit him.
No. He couldn't do anything.
Let's see how the boy's doing.
Yeah. Hello, I saved your life. You should be grateful. You 5-year-old?
You weren't supposed to kill Wolfie. You were supposed to die.
Oh,
Dennis?
Father will have you whipped for this. Bearers aren't supposed to win. They never win.
the menace.
What is this?
Mm-hmm.
Your father said you were being attacked.
You're not supposed to talk.
So fucked up.
Stop looking at me like that. We were only having fun.
Having fun.
Why are you still speaking? Father will hear of this.
Also, I just remember thinking, like, the voice coming out of this child is, like, way older than what he looks like.
Oh,
Oh, and then, yeah, here we
The
go.
wolf's work, no doubt. But it's not the wolf that's to blame. Someone needs to put an end to this before it happens again.
now the implications here are certainly gross, but it's actually worse than you think.
Yes. It is really bad. But that's why this side quest is worth playing through and not skipping. Hi, Corvo! Corvo's here. He wants to embody Torgal a little bit. Alright, assholes.
Come here this instant.
Oh.
I mean, okay, I'm trying to get close enough to talk to you. I'm trying.
Dare you frighten my son? You slaughter his poor pet and then have the gall to return, head held high. That wolf was trained. Better trained by far than your worthless kind. You are the entertainment, nothing more. And we are most certainly not entertained.
Nor am I. You'll pay for what you've done.
See? I told you, he talks too much. It's not right. I don't like him, Father.
You're not the branded I bought, are you? How dare you deceive me?
I mean...
Well, the sins of the slave are the sins of the master. Go! Summon the unlucky wretch you answer to.
Well.
Oh, yeah, I remember this. We went with this.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go with this, too.
Okay.
Because, yeah, screw that.
An unlucky wretch would be me. I'm my own master. I'm beholden to no one. And I take orders from no one.
Lies! Do you think I cannot see that brand on your face?
Shut your mouth and listen.
Oh.
Those bearers you killed, they were people. They felt fear and pain, just as you do. And unless you wish to share in their suffering, you would do well to remember we are not your playthings.
Father, he's scaring me.
How dare you threaten us? How dare you?
Can't we just buy another hound? A bigger one, a better one.
Of course, my son. I'll have the villagers fetch us another. With jaws powerful enough to nip this branded's head clean off his shoulders.
I've
He's
said my
like,
piece. I'm out.
All right, whatever.
I'm wasting my time. But I can't just leave those bearers lying out there. They deserve a proper burial. That much I can do at least.
Around this point, I was bringing up...
How many bearers have lost their lives to this nobleman's sport?
the fact that you can only push a downtrodden people down so far.
Yes.
Like, the fact that they have the gall to speak to this man who easily murdered their wolf, which was different than before, is carrying a sword, looks and talks like this.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like they just don't understand. Like, there's no fear of them of somebody rising up against them, but you can only push people so far. Because what do they have to lose?
Right.
You've made their lives absolutely miserable.
That's how rebellions start.
More victims of the nobles' games.
But they actually address that in this quest as well.
They do.
You must be Clive.
Hello.
How do you know my name?
The Dame. I'm in her service. Like yourself. Never gets any easier, burying the dead.
Is that what you're here to do?
The mistress has me see to it that none are left to the crows. Since you're here, can you give me a hand?
Gladly. Let's put them to rest.
This Tom Brady looking motherfucker.
He does look like Tom Brady.
Him and his gaunt cheeks.
Ooh, what is that in the distance? That's cool looking. I don't think I noticed that the first time. In the, like the...
Well, we know there's other mother crystals out there.
Burden finally be
Oh.
lifted. I take it you slew the nobleman's pet?
I did. Though I expect they'll find another soon enough. And when it gets here, more bearers will die. How can they think so little of sending us to the slaughter?
Simple. Because you are not them. Bearers are tools when they're needed, and toys when they're not. And if one breaks, well, you can always buy another. Still, such attitudes don't always go unpunished.
How does he know the timing?
Is this your doing?
Of course not. Wolves kill. It's in their nature. Invite one into your home, he's gonna tear your throat out eventually. Same with bearers. Fed or not, they don't lack for fangs. What will folk do when they bite back, I wonder? The realm's less two murderous bastards, and I won't mourn the loss. Here. For their help.
This guy's cool.
Mm-hmm.
You should join our group, sir.
Don't have to.
You should go to the hideaway.
Take it. You never know. Our paths may cross again.
Nah.
No. I mean, I
So it
actually
was-
kind of hope so, but
It was kind of funny that I was talking about that very thing. 'Cause
Yes.
We've seen so many examples leading to this point, and now
Right.
they're addressing it in game because it's going
Yes.
to come up.
Mhm.
Because the difference here between like this and say slavery in America, which we also talked about at one point, how not very many black people in this game, and then considering how they treat a lot of the people in this game, maybe that was for the best after all. Maybe we didn't want that representation. But the same idea here,
yeah.
black people were mistreated horribly in this country for decades, if not a near century. But they didn't have magic.
Yeah.
Bearers have magic.
Yeah.
So it's even more dangerous in one respect to push them down too far, because if they ever decide that they've just had enough, well, you're just a fucking person. You don't have magic. That's what's allowed you this life of luxury so far. We did run over here, and there is some
There
blood
is some
by the
blood.
wagon.
I was trying to see if these were bones. No.
I think it's just knocked over
it's just
plants.
plants. Yeah, and we did talk about the representation thing last time. And while I agree overall, like probably don't want to have people of color being mistreated. I feel like there still could have been some like in positions of power.
Yeah, I don't
But-
know how you address it, because if you only put them in those positions, then you're sort of denying the fact that people were fundamentally treated that way in the real world. It's a fantasy world, so you can kind of do what you want. But I certainly don't want to see a person of color being treated the way that bearers are in this game, because that's not a fantasy world. That's what happened in real life.
Yeah, no, I don't think anyone's saying we want
Yeah.
bears to be like black and treated horribly.
But she hasn't come back yet.
But I feel like you
I think
could have,
she's lost. Please, can you help me look for her?
for the record, I totally thought she was like talking about like a cat or a chocobo.
I can't promise I'll find
She
her.
is.
Try. Describe her to me.
She's beautiful white hair. She lets me stroke her when I'm sad. She's ever such a good girl. So quiet and kind. And she likes
Oh.
walking in the wheat. I know the fields are big, but she's never got lost before.
I also remember we didn't let her talk,
She must be starving
so I don't
too.
remember any of this.
She hasn't eaten anything since yesterday. It is my job to feed
I
her.
didn't like her voice.
In that case,
It is annoying, but I'm gonna let her talk because
And we did this one first,
that's true.
because I
did
went to
do
the
this
town
backwards.
first and then came out.
Yes.
She's right on the way. And at that point,
Yes.
we were still auto-skipping side quests that didn't seem to be that interesting.
Yes.
with a little luck, someone might have seen her.
So I don't know what the answer is. It's a little bit weird if you put... Because if you put, let's just say black people in general, persons of color, if you put them in this game and they're only in the positions of power, then they're the ones abusing other people. So guess
Well,
what?
I mean, not like that. I mean, when I guess when I say position of power, like not even, not like as a slaver, but as
Well, there's
like,
the problem. If they're part of the rebellion, they're bearers, which means they have been mistreated, and you can hide it by not showing it, but the implication's still there. If they're part of Sid's crew, they're the people that have been downtrodden for however long in this world, long time, and if they're not, they're the oppressors. So when you put them in the game, either way, the implication is not the best. I'm not saying it excuses it. I wish there was more representation in this game, and I'm going to have a rant about females in this game when we get to the end of it. But I do see why it was a little bit thornier than we thought going in, because the trailers, people kind of noticed, well, it's all very white, blah, blah, blah. We didn't really know the adversarial relationship between bearers and other people in this world. So it at least gave me some more context about why they made the decision they did. Alright, so she's rude, unsurprisingly. But
not very helpful.
found a dog.
And we
We
found
don't
a
know what the
dog.
dog's name is. Could be Chloe.
More brown than white. You're not Chloe, are you, girl?
No. But
We're about to see.
Is that someone napping on the job?
Even the first time we were like,
that really doesn't look like napping.
Why? What? How?
Like, why?
Clive, do you not know how people nap?
He probably doesn't. I mean,
I've never napped.
I've never napped. I've been fighting for 13 years. I don't know what a nap is.